Hi everyone, it's me Brenda. I am here today with another delicious recipe. Today we will be making a cashew-based Alfredo pasta, and I will show you what the ingredients that we will be using today. We will start with the obvious, the cashews. So here what you have is a full cup of raw, unsalted, unroasted cashews, and it's soaking in water. This has been soaking for a couple hours, but as long as you soak them for an hour or so, you're good to go. It's just to make it soft so it blends easier. The second ingredient will be some pasta. Today I am using a brown rice pasta penne. This is it, but you can use whatever pasta you want. You can use the white gluten variety, up to you. The vegetable today that I will be putting in the pasta is frozen broccoli. You can use whatever you want here, to be honest. You can use frozen peas, some spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, completely up to you. Whatever vegetables your family will eat. And of course, nutritional yeast. This should always be in your pantry. It's always in my pantry. And then we will be using some water and salt, garlic, and pepper. You will need a blender. And once the meal is all cooked, I am going to put some cheese on top of it. So here what we have is a plant-based Parmesan brick. This is actually quite hard to find. It's just I live in a big city, so it's easy to find here. But if you do not have this where you live, you can just go ahead and sprinkle some of the vegan 4-ingredient parm that we made a couple days ago. I will put the link right here. Just kidding, I don't know how to do that yet. But if you go back in my videos, you will see that I can actually make this. So yeah, it was pretty simple. 4 ingredients, you will love it. And yeah, so these are the ingredients. I'm quite excited to eat this. I eat it quite often. I've been vegan for 12 years, and before I was vegan, whenever I would go into a restaurant, if they had Alfredo, that was always my go-to. So when I perfected this plant-based version variety of it, I was very excited, and we do eat it quite often in this house. So join me and let's make the recipe. So the obvious first step is you're gonna boil some water. Put on the stove and bring to a boil. Okay, so while your water is boiling, this is a time right now to make your Alfredo sauce. So here you have your blender. You will add the cup with the water remaining. And in here, I pre-measured it. So what you have is a tablespoon of garlic, and then you have half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. Half a cup of nutritional yeast. And we add a cup of water. Then you blend it. So now that it's been blended, and how long it takes to blend solely depends on the type of blender you have. I have a fairly basic Vitamix, and it doesn't take any longer than 60 seconds. So if you have a regular blender, it could take up to 2 minutes, but because the cashews have been soaked, they are soft, so it doesn't take as long as you would think it does. I just tasted it, and the measurements that I gave you guys is actually perfect, but maybe you would prefer more pepper, more garlic, more salt, up to you. So make sure you taste it at this stage and add whatever you feel is missing. And I want to show you the consistency of the actual sauce. So it is a medium thickness for now, and the reason is that this is still cold. So once you put it in the pot with your pasta, it is going to become more of like an Alfredo sauce. It is going to be thicker, and I will show you in the next step once the pasta is ready. And drain your pasta. Add pasta back into pot. Make sure you rinse it if you are using gluten-free. Now that you're ready for your sauce, you add the Alfredo. I'm gonna add about this much in here. And you add the frozen broccoli. This has been thawing all day. Put it. Then you stir it. And I would stir this for about a minute. You will see when it gets thick that it's ready. I'll come back to that. So when your pasta is looking this thick, it is ready to be plated. Now that the pasta has been plated, it is time for the cheese. Today we'll be using the Life parm. And again, if you do not have this, you can go ahead and use the 4-ingredient nutritional yeast cashew parm that we made a couple videos ago. And look at that, we add some parm and we are ready to eat. Bon appetit. And now the best part is we eat.